Let's see, looks like we are live. Let's do that. Let's come back here. Let's see, looks like we are live. Let's do that. All right, back here. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. I hope y'all are having a wonderful, wonderful Saturday. Hey, listen, go ahead and if you're on here, go ahead and state your name and city where you're coming from, and we'll get this started here shortly. I'm going to let Facebook do what it normally do and get out some notification, let some folks know that yours truly is on live. I want to come on here real quick, share some value like I know always do, and jump right off. I got a full day ahead of me. So let's see what we got on there. Miss Stewart, thanks for jumping on. Carlton, I see 5. Thanks for jumping on. Cindy, thanks for jumping on. All right, we're going to get a few more on and then we're going to go ahead and get started. All right. I know this is the day everyone is busy, ripping and running, enjoying their time off from work, things of that nature. So I dare not get in front of you all and waste your time. All right. So I'm gonna let it jump on here let it send out some more notification. Y'all bear with me. I'm kind of dealing with some sinus issues right here, so I hope that does not affect anyone. But you all know why I come on here. Let me go ahead and get my intros out of the way, and then we'll go ahead and get this thing started. Everybody else will catch the replay. All right. This is yours truly, Cedric Jenkins, founding creator of Your Money Matters. Your money matters because of the fact you get up each and every day to earn it. You have the right to keep it. So I'm an advocate for the working class member to show them and help them understand how to keep more of their money. You have that right, but you don't know how to exercise that right because of what you don't know. All right. And what you don't know is robbing you currently, but most importantly, robbing your future generation. All right. So let's prevent that at all costs and at both levels. All right. So let me jump right into it. We're going to talk about one of the things that's stealing or robbing your future generation, and that is debt. Okay. That is debt. First off, let me shout out. Let me do a quick shout out to all my brothers of the greatest fraternity in all of land of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated. Happy Founders Day to you all, my brothers. Happy Founders Day. Let's go out here and let's keep that dream alive. Man, we're looking at 108 years of a dream that is still living. So it's up to us to keep the torch lit and continue to pass that torch on to where this dream from our founder stays a reality. All right. So shout out to all my brothers of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated. Founders Day. This is a Founders Day, y'all. So let's celebrate it in accordance. All right. So I got the pleasantry out of the way. Let's get into some value here. All right. So we're starting off here with 2019, right? And I know some of us, if not most of us, have set some goals. Hopefully, I would like to think that you have set some financial goals as well. Let me give out a few more shout outs here. There's a few more folks that jumped on. Angela, thanks for jumping on. Aretha, thanks for jumping on. All right. So I know some of you all, if not most of you all, probably have set some financial goals. All right. Whatever those financial goals may be, whether it may be taking a trip, buying a new car, buying a new home, paying off some credit cards or what have you, increasing your credit score, whatever your financial goals that you might set. This is the year that you first of all claim it. All right. Then set your goals. Then go achieve your goals. All right. Now, in achieving goals, we all know it starts with a mindset because it takes a conscious decision to go after to go achieve what you're setting after. Okay. All right. But then also you also need some awareness, some knowledge about how to go achieve those goals. And then lastly, you need some tools, some support in order for you to help you achieve those goals. So that's what I would like to demonstrate here with you all, as far as if you have some financial goals, right? Allow me to do this demonstration real quick to show you how or what you need to be thinking about in order for you to make a decision, to get informed about what you got going on financially, to where now you start doing something differently to make your finances great again. How many of y'all want to make your finances great again? I don't know about y'all, but I don't want to be just surviving. Just surviving is good, and we all use that as a common term. But let's change that vocabulary. Let's change our culture. Let's change our posture to say, I'm thriving. Okay. I'm thriving in this society. And and it's all about perspective. All right. Because most people, when they look at today's economy, they feel as though thriving and financially thriving in this society doesn't exist. It's not possible. All right. We're looking at the government shutdown, right? And for federal employees who's employed by the federal government are affected by it. Yours truly is one of them. All right. Yours truly is one of them. So, but here's the thing. All right. For those, unlike myself, because I was in this situation once before about 5 years ago. And about 5 years ago, I was at home not knowing what the government was going to do. And so I had to take a hard, cold look at my financial situation and to say, you know what, Cedric, you know, if the government was to shut down for a long period of time, where were my source of income was going to come from? All right. Now I had to do two things, or I had to do a couple of things, right? Either go find another job, okay, and with hopes that they hire me with my skill set, or do something different. All right. Well, here's what I did different. Here's what I did different. I went ahead and became a business owner. Okay. Now, we won't talk about business ownership in this presentation. What I'm going to talk about is debt. Okay. Debt is one of those, let's put it this way. Debt is not a, oh, wait a minute. So I got something here that's a misprint up here in the title, but I'll fix that later. Debt is not a curse. I mean, debt is a curse. All right. Most of us look at debt as it's a blessing, but debt is a curse. And then what it's doing is robbing us from our future generations. All right. It's robbing us from our future generations. So what I want to do is I want to talk about debt. All right. Now, I know some of us who have made that financial goal of increasing your credit score, right? One of the main reasons why your credit score could possibly be low is the amount of debt that you have. 30 to 35% of your debt to income ratio determines your credit score. All right. It determines your credit score. 30 to 35%. That's a heavy weight of a credit determining factor of how your score is going to fare. So let's say, for instance, that you earning $50,000, but you have maybe $40,000 worth of debt. Your debt to income ratio is going to be significantly high, which means now it will make your credit score significantly low. Okay. So let's talk about debt. All right. We know debt is something that we all are looking to trying to get out of, right? Because that's money that's leaving your household. All right. So just think about it. The amount of money you paying every month going to consumer debt, such as credit cards or student loans or car payments, anything like that. Okay. Just imagine that money that's leaving your household coming back into your household. Just imagine how your finances would be if that money was coming back. If it was coming back into your household, that means now your cash flow will increase. All right. And when your cash flow increase, now you have financial options to where now you can start doing things differently. You can start taking the extra cash flow and start putting in your emergency fund for those rainy days. You can start putting that a portion of that money and putting it in your retirement, in your investment fund for your retirement fund. Okay, so when that day comes, so when you no longer want to work for anyone, now you have your retirement fund over here. But you need, in order for you to do that, you need to increase your cash flow. Or one of the best ways to increase your cash flow is to eliminate your debt. So I want to do a demonstration real quick about how debt robs you of your future generation. So allow me to share the screen here real quick. Give me a sec. We're going to share the screen. And hopefully everyone can see that screen. Now I'm going full screen, so I'm not going to be able to see the comments and your reaction. Okay, so just bear with me here. All right, so check it out. Let's talk about debt elimination, because that is one of the financial challenges that everyone is facing in this land in terms of trying to thrive financially. Okay, so again, I had already mentioned debt is a curse, not a blessing. All right, debt is a curse, not a blessing. And so as long as we're carrying debt, it is hindering or slowing down the progression of our future generation financially. All right, so let's get into it. So here are the 4 reasons why. Give me a sec here. Let me move a few things here so I can see what I'm doing. Here's the 4 reasons why we need to eliminate debt. 1, I had mentioned it earlier about increasing your cash flow. We need more cash flow so that way we can have money to go do other things. All it does is it gives us financial options with increased cash flow. Another reason why we want to get rid of debt is because we want to increase our credit score. Here's the other thing. When we don't have the cash to go make purchases, then now we go get it on credit. But again, I mentioned before, right, is that if you have more debt than you do income, then now your credit score decreases. But just think about if your credit score increases, right, then now if you have to go make a major purchase on something like a mortgage loan or something like that, then now your credit score, with an increased credit score, now you're paying less in interest that the banks are not charging you. All right, which leads me to this: interest saved. All right, because that's how banks keep their doors open. They keep their doors open from interest that's being paid from the customer, with them coming to them to ask to borrow money. All right. And then here's the last thing that you want to, the reason why you want to eliminate debt. I talked about this before. You want to put money in investment. Why? Because of the fact that investment is how you're going to live your best life in your retirement life. All right. We can't live our best life living off of Social Security, y'all. If y'all working for 40 years of your working for 40 years and expect to live your best life on Social Security, you in for a rude awakening, because it ain't gonna be enough. It may not even be there. Okay, so what are you gonna do to make up that difference for you to live in your retirement years? If you're used to living off of $4,000 a month, and then your Social Security check is about $1,200, you got to come up with the difference of $2,800 for you to maintain the lifestyle that you had in your working years. All right. So you want to be able to maintain that lifestyle in your retirement years as well. There is so much that you can cut back as far as budgeting. All right. You know, Dave Ramsey had talked about how we need to cut back, in our lifestyle expenses. And yes, we should look at that. Okay. We definitely need to look at that. All right. But there is so much that you can cut back off your lifestyle expenses to where you're left with necessities. All right. To live. All right. We live in the land of the free, but nothing in this land will never be free. It always going to revolve around money. So even in your retirement years, you're going to need some cash flow for you to live off of. Hope everyone understand that. All right. So here's what I want to do. This picture that you're seeing here is called a bloody mess. Why do we call it a bloody mess? Well, I'm about to show you because I talked about you having debt, okay, mounds of debt. And because of the fact that you carrying that debt on your credit score, is decreasing your credit score. And so like when you go out and you make major purchases on a credit card, okay, then now you about to see how banks are making money off of you, you carrying a balance on your credit card, all right? They make money off your interest. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you through this demonstration from one of my own credit cards that I used to have, which is, well, I still have, but it's paid off, which is my Navy Federal credit card, right? I had a $20,000 credit card balance on it, all right? So I'm going to use my own personal example to show you all what was happening to me, which is also happening to everyone else when you carry a balance on your credit card. So let's start it off with this, okay? Here's what I owed on my credit card. I had a $20,000 credit card balance, all right? So here's what I was paying. Every month I was paying $300 a month, all right? Now, here's what we need to do. We need to find out how much of my $300 monthly payment was eaten into that $20,000, all right? Because that's going to determine how long I'm going to be paying it off, all right? How long I have this commitment. So here's how we decide that, all right? Here's the formula. First of all, we got to take the current rate of the credit card, which was 15%, right? Then now we have to determine what is my monthly percentage rate. All right, here's the formula to find that out. You take 15% divided by 12, which is 12 months in a year. That gives me an APR of 1.25%. All right, so every month, that is my percentage rate. All right, my APR. Now, next thing that we need to do, we need to find out how much of my $300 monthly payment is going into that $20,000. All right. So first we're going to decide how much interest is going to that monthly payment. So here's the formula for that. We're going to take the APR, which is 1.25%. We're going to multiply by the balance, which is 20,000. And as you can see, $250 of my $300 monthly payment is going to interest. Now, for those to my bankers and those who understand how this works, in order for you to pay off a loan quicker, you have to have most of your monthly payment going to principal. All right, let me say that again. In order for you to pay down a loan, anything that's tied to an interest, all right, in order for you to pay it off quicker, your monthly payment, most of your monthly payment needs to go into principal. But what happens is this, and I know this because I used to be a programmer for a local bank here back in my early computer engineer days, to where I had logic in my commercial loans and installment loan programs to where when a customer makes a payment, it automatically first satisfies interest, and then whatever is left over goes to principal. So as you can see in this example, $250 of my $300 monthly payment was going to interest. So what's left over? What's going to principal? $50. Only $50 of my $300 a month payment was going to principal. Already, your antennas should be on high alert. All right, already. As you can see, only $50 was going to interest. So now let's find out how long it would take to pay off a $20,000 credit card balance with a minimum monthly payment of $300. All right. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take the $20,000 and divide it by $50 because that's all that was going to principal. And as you can see, basically that's 400 months that it's going to take for me to pay off that $20,000 if I stay on track with me making that monthly minimum payment. All right. But let's go down a little bit further. Here's my sentence. Here's my commitment. 400 months. We're trying to figure out how many years that would take. 400 months. All right. All we're going to do is take 400 months divided by 12. That gives me 33 years, y'all. 33 years of me making a minimum payment of $300 at 15%. Okay. It'll take me 33 years to pay this off. Well, meanwhile, while I'm paying that off, since I'm serving my sentence here in debt, guess how much the bank is going to earn? This is how we're going to figure this out. You take the $250 of my monthly payment, well, the $250 that was going to interest times the 400 months. Look how much more money that the bank made just off of interest, y'all. Just off of interest, off of a $20,000 credit card balance. Do you see why we call this the bloody mess and why debt is a curse, not a blessing? Because we are slave to the lender. This is right here is a perfect example of being slave to the lender. All right. That's why we want to get rid of that. We want to get rid of debt. So as you can see, the banks don't earn 5 times more off of that credit, me carrying that credit card balance. And so I have a mentor of mine that, and here's his coin here, his saying, interest is the penalty you pay for the right to own something in advance that you cannot afford. And that's what we are accustomed to doing in this society, ladies and gentlemen. So this is why we have to get rid of debt before we can start looking or saying we can become financially free. We could never be financially free if we enslaved in this manner. All right. I hope everyone understand that analogy there. So check this out. Now just imagine. All right. Let's say that you have a monthly payment of debt that you eliminated. Okay. So check this out. Check this out. Now we have something that shows you if you're part of this. We have a system, software and support, and an opportunity called My Econ, which is personal financial success, and we'll show you how to eliminate your debt. All right. We first show you how to revisit your W-4 and increase your cash flow. So now you get that increased cash flow. We'll show you how to take the cash flow and start knocking out your debt. All right. So in this example, all right, we show someone how to get an extra $1,000 back into their paycheck. All right. Now let's go do something smart with it. All right. Let's start taking that $1,000 and let's go knock out some debt. So as you can see listed here, we got a car note, a credit card, and a mortgage. All right. So let's look at the car. Look at the car note. All right. The current car payment is $545. What we're going to do is take that $1,000 of that extra cash flow. All right. And we're going to add it to that current payment, which gives us $1,545. And in 12 months, you would have knocked that out. All right. Now you have an increased cash flow of $1,545. The next thing we're going to knock out, let's go knock out that $8,000 credit card. All right. Now, as you can see, let me go back to the car note, right? You were slated to have that paid off in 32 months, but you got rid of that in 12 months. All right. So this is what we call income shifting. All right. You're shifting the money that used to go out your household back into your household. All right. Now let's go back to the credit card balance, $8,000. You were slated to pay that off in 78 months. You have a $200 minimum monthly payment. Now you're going to take the $1,545 that just got freed up, and now we're going to speed up and knock off the $8,000 credit card. All right, we're going to add that to our monthly payment of $200. Now you have a new payment of $1,745. Now, instead of paying it off in 78 months, you're paying that off in 5 months. Okay. So now, after you got the the car paid off, the Visa credit card paid off, now you have an extra cash flow of $1,745. Now let's go tackle the big boy. All right, let's go tackle the big boy, the mortgage. Look at your mortgage. You got a $200,000 mortgage or balance. All right, your monthly payment is $1,200. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to take the extra cash flow that you got freed up from clearing the car note and the credit card, which is $1,745. We're going to add it to the $1,200 monthly mortgage. That gives you a new payment of $2,945. Now, instead of you paying it off in 360 months, now you're paying that guy off in 68 months. Now look at what you have freed up now as cash flow, $2,945. That's almost $3,000 in cash flow that you have, that you can start building your emergency fund, or start setting aside and putting in your retirement, or even have life insurance, because we all have life insurance, but we don't look at retirement or life insurance. Those things are afterthought because we're check to check, because we don't have any cash flow. But see, now cash flow gives you options to go do more things. All right. So I hope this example is helping you all about how we need to hurry up and get rid of debt. All right. So this is just an illustration of how much cash flow that you can potentially save by having that set aside. All right. You eliminated $225,000 worth of debt in 85 months. Okay. In 85 months. Right. Just imagine the amount of interest that you have saved, which I did not equate in here as well. All right. So here's just an example of a tool or a software tool that we use to help you map this all out. This is part of our educational system and software called the debt elimination tool. All right, debt elimination tool. You go in here and you figure out what are your debt. Okay, and then it spits out a plan of attack. All right. See, we can sit here and say we want to get out of debt. We want to get out of debt. But you need a blueprint. You need a turn-by-turn direction. If you're trying to get from a known destination to an unknown destination, what you're going to do? You're going to use a GPS, right? This is your financial GPS for you to get out of the wilderness, all right? In order for you to get to the promised land and get out of the wilderness, you need guidance and direction. This is what's going to give you guidance and direction to get to the promised land, y'all. You're not going to be able to get there by yourself, okay? You're not going to get there by yourself. So this is nothing more than an example of what we just, okay, so here's the interest amount that you save by eliminating that debt, all right? Almost $280,000 worth of interest saved, okay? Just by you eliminating your debt and eliminating it debt early, all right? Now, here's what you can do with the $2,945. You put it in your investment and look how that money grows compound, all right? Look how your money grows compound. Check out how much your money is growing annually. That's about $35,340 just sitting over there in an investment. This is off of an example of you having an investment like a municipal bond, Roth IRA, or a traditional IRA with a rate of return of a minimum of 8%. And yes, you can find those investment vehicles at that rate of return. If you don't know, inbox me and I'll show you exactly where, because I used to think that too. But look what happens to your money in 10 years. $538,000. Well, look in 15 years. Now, people who work for 40 years, just imagine, look at your money at 15 years. You're a millionaire. You have an asset that's appreciation that's appreciating, compound, it's taxed less, and it's growing faster than you trading your time for money. Look at how your money is growing in 15 years. Now, I would dare just imagine stepping away from your job in 40 years and your money is growing like that. Okay. Think about how much money you'll have in investment in 40 years. But in order for you to see this money like this, you have to get rid of debt. Your money cannot be tied up into debt. You have to get rid of it. Okay. Once you get rid of it, now you can start doing these things right here to where your money is growing while you are still working. All right. So let me stop the sharing. Okay. And I do hope, okay, I do hope this makes sense to you all right? Debt is not a blessing. Debt is a curse, all right? Debt is a curse. Hence the reason why we have to get rid of debt. We cannot even talk about building wealth if we're sitting on mounds of debt, okay? There's no way that we can do it. No way that we can do it. So y'all, I do hope you all have found some value in this video, okay? In this webinar that I'm sharing with you all right? So if you have found some value in it, do me a favor, share, like, and comment, and let some folks know about the bloody mess, because it does get bloody, right? You're a slave to the lender through credit cards, student loans, car loans, or what have you. But then also, that ain't who all we working for. We also working for the government because our money is being taxed. Y'all, we taking after, here's some salt to injury. That debt that you just saw, we taking after tax dollars to go try to take care of that. And that just digs a hole deeper. Why? Because each time we get paid, we are losing 33% of our buying power due to taxes. Due to taxes. Just imagine if you can get your money, if your biggest expense is taxes. They always say if you want to kill a snake, cut the head. Well, cut your biggest expense, which is taxes. And once you cut the head, once you cut taxes, then we can cut or kill the snake, which is poverty. Because this is some poverty stuff right here. This is some stuff that keeps us in poverty. All right. Because of, one, we're fighting against the government because we're losing our buying power at least 30 to 35%. Okay. Then now when we don't have the cash, guess what we do, y'all? We accustomed to go put it on paper or put it on plastic. All right. Then now we're slave to the banks. All right. We're slave to the banks. So we have to get rid of debt, y'all. We have to get rid of debt in order for us to have a financial future. And it ain't just about us. Think about the little people that's coming behind you. I shouldn't say little people, but think about the people that's coming behind you. Your children, your children's children, your nephews, your niece, what have you. Those are our future generation. We got to be able to pass the torch to them. But we can't pass nothing to them if we ourselves are enslaved. If we are enslaved, what can we pass down to them? More slavery? Basically, that's what we're doing. If we still enslaved ourselves, the only thing that we're doing is passing down more slavery. Now, if your conscience can live with that, then that's you, because that's an adult decision. That's a conscious decision that you made. But me, quite frankly, I'm not feeling that. I've been through that. I've seen that. I've lived that. I've seen people around me that's going through that. When will we say, let's stop passing down slavery? And slavery is no more than what it is right up here, perspective. All right. That's what it all is. See, we can be free instantly if we change the mindset so we can get a different perspective. That's all we need. That's all we need to come out of the wilderness, y'all, is a change of mindset. But no, 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 that ain't what we want to do. We want to keep up with the Joneses. All right. We want to see what everybody else is doing. Talk about what everybody else is doing. Keep up with everybody else is doing. Meanwhile, we are being enslaved by the IRS, by the banks, and oh yeah, let me finish up with this, by business owners, by big business. Because we are consumers, right? And we have a lifestyle, right? So businesses are looking for us to spend dollars with them. So everybody's in your pocket. Everybody's in your pocket. So in order for us to move or thrive financially, we have to keep these folks out of our pocket. I hope this makes sense. I hope this makes sense. Now, for those who are looking to make their finances great again, all right, here's what I want you to do. If you heard enough from my blabbering about debt is a curse, all right, debt is a curse, and also debt is a sin, and you want to do something about it, here's what I want you to do. There's this link right below this video, to the side, to the left, wherever it may be placed on this post. I want you to click on that link to where it'll help you get started on getting your finances great again. All right. If you've seen enough, if you heard enough, if you're in your feelings about what I just shared with you and you want to do something about it, okay, click that link after this video. We are 5 days into the new year. All right. We are 5 days into the new year. Let's not procrastinate like we normally do, like we're accustomed to do. All right. Let's get our finances great again by starting off getting some support, system, strategies, and tools in order for us to do that. All right. However, maybe this went over your head. Maybe you can't comprehend. Maybe you feel as though this is a scam or a scheme or whatever your mind tells you, and you need some more information. Here's what I want you to do. Comment below the keyword info or inbox me the keyword info. Okay. I'll do either or, because I understand people don't want everyone in their business. All right. Especially when you're lacking in something, particularly money. I ain't gonna go there, but you know, when you're lacking in the bedroom, you don't want to talk about that either, because that's a sore thing to you, right? So that's something privately you want to talk about. So let's talk about your finances offline. So if that's you, inbox me and say, Said, look, I get a little bit about what you're saying, but I need some more info to kind of get some clarity. If that's you, inbox me. All right. Inbox me and let me know, and I'll be more than welcome to pass you some information for you to take a look at. So let me give me some shout outs before I jump off here. Thurman, thanks for jumping on. Bishop, thanks for jumping on. Ms. Moms, thanks for jumping on. Angela, thanks for jumping on. I see you. Let's see. Ms. Bolden, thanks for jumping on. Newt, Dane Harris, thanks for jumping on. I'll see you later. Harold, thanks for jumping on. John Lee, thanks for jumping on. Ms. Morales, thanks for jumping on. I'm trying to get through all these folks who came on. Carlos, thanks for jumping on. Clarence, thanks for jumping on. Ricky, thanks for jumping on. Charles, what's up, Newt? Hope I see you later on in one of these venues we got. So let me say this again. Alvin, thanks for jumping on. Sheila, thanks for jumping on. Robert, thanks for jumping on. Kenya, thanks for jumping on. Clarence White, thanks for jumping on. I had a couple of clients. Regina, thanks for jumping on. Regina Jackson. LA, I see you. Hey, we better get with Nita so she can get you straight, man. We know it's the top of the year. All right. So y'all, share, like, and comment if you feel as though this brought you some value, okay? Even if you didn't, and if you got a frowny face and say, I don't like none of this crap you said, hey, go ahead and put that comment down there too, because I know the devil's gonna bring that one person always in my atmosphere, but I know how to crush that because I'm built that way. I'm built that way. So devil, bring that one person on here with that negativity so I can go ahead and crush them right off the rip, right? So you speak those things into the atmosphere, and when you do, you let the devil know that you ain't playing, you ain't joking, don't send no jive stuff your way. When you do that, then now you claim victory. All right. It's all about posture. It's all about posture and confidence. And if you don't have posture and confidence in anything that you're doing, you always gonna get picked on. The devil's always gonna test you. He always gonna throw some monkey wrench at you. But we ain't in no circus. So we don't play with no circus stuff around here. All right. So y'all, I hope y'all have a wonderful, blessed Saturday. Again, to all my fraternity brothers out there, of the greatest fraternity in all land, Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated. Happy Founders Day. The dream's still alive 108 years. Let's keep the dream alive. Let's continue to keep our founders' dream alive. This is yours truly, Cedric Jenkins, founder and creator of Your Money Matters. Your money matters because of the fact you get up each and every day to earn it. Doggone it. Keep it. It's yours. Keep it. We'll holler at y'all later. Peace.